movie we'll be covering today is an American drama film directed by Kwedar, who also co-wrote the screenplay with Bentley. The film is based on the real-life rehabilitation through the arts program at the Sing Sing Maximum Security Prison. The story involves a group of inmates involved in the creation of theatrical stage shows through the program. The film stars professional actors Colman Domingo and Paul Rashi, along with many real-life formerly incarcerated men who were themselves alumni of this very program during their incarceration, including the actors Clarence Maclin and Jahns San Jose. The movie managed to make its premiere in the special presentations programs of the 2023 Toronto International Film Festival, while it was released in the United States on the 12th of July 2024, and it has a running time of 1 hour and 45 minutes. The cast of the movie includes Colman Domingo as John Divine G. Whitfield, Clarence Divine I. Maclin as himself, and Jahns San Jose as Mike. It also includes Paul Rashi as Brent Buell, David Dapp Girardi, Patrick Preem Griffin, and John Adrian Velasquez as the Blaze, and Sean Dino Johnson. The film was shot in several real penitentiaries, including the Sing Sing Correctional Facility, which is a maximum security prison in upstate New York. The movie itself is inspired by the true story of a highly unlikely friendship that was perhaps destined to be. John Divine G. Whitfield, played by Oscar-nominated Colman Domingo, is an author, playwright incarcerated at the Sing Sing who has been having a keen interest on the prison's RTA program, which stands for Rehabilitation Through the Arts Program, which stages the latest theater production every season. Meanwhile, Clarence Divine I. Maclin is playing himself in the film. He is a drug dealer and a prison yard racketeer who has been reluctantly included in Whitfield's program. The only commonality between these two men is their similar nicknames. Whitfield has an eye for something in Maclin that he doesn't see in himself, whether it's talent or perhaps the need for potential rehabilitation. Whitfield has firsthand witnessed and experienced the RTA's positive influence up close, but Maclin's a bit closed off kind of guy, and has a hyper-masculine approach to the emotional expression, which one can agree that it's a survival mechanism in a world that is unjust and cruel towards black men. This also proves a hurdle to his participation. However, with time, Maclin finally reaches a turning point when the group gives him the floor and listens to Whitfield's advice. He suggests that they should take a comedic approach for the RTA's next production, rather than their usual typical plays of Shakespearean tragedy or one of Whitfield's straightforward drama. In a short time, the whole group gets their input on this matter heard, resulting in a wild combination of Hamlet, ancient Egypt, and A Nightmare on Elm Street. The blend then becomes a bold and adventurous time travel musical and is given the title Breaking the Mummy's Code. This distinctive play was once performed at the RTA, which Kwedar discovered in the 2005 Esquire article, The Sing Sing Follies. However, the path to staging Breaking the Mummy's Code is full of twists and turns, from attempts to acquire more prison funding for small sets and costumes to simply easing the tensions appearing from Maclin's participation in an otherwise well-organized team. He's provocative to the point of rejecting Whitfield's assistance in both his performance and his soon-to-be parole. The passionate author is not willing to give up so easily either. Nonetheless, when Whitfield finds himself struggling with desperation and annoyance, it's Maclin who uses the emotional tools he got to learn at the RTA to come to his friend's aid. Whitfield's determination and his faith in reversing his conviction serve as a deciding dramatic element that shape Domingo's approach. Domingo's attitude is joyful and pleasing, and he never seems out of place in this film. Yet he does come across as an outsider, an intelligent individual who shows bits of arrogance as he takes charge of rehearsal sessions. This makes his struggle even more emotional and powerful as he begins to lose hope. As Domingo nears his breaking point, he, just like Whitfield, finds himself deeply affected by the whole Shakespearean theme, becoming emotionally devastated in every sense while showcasing his act to the back of the theater. This creates a mesmerizing, dramatic comparison with the more realistic Maclin, highlighting the notable gap between them that they must work carefully to bridge. Maclin displays a confident, street-smart behavior that often gives way to insightful sensitivity and emotional pain, which Whitfield encourages him to discover during these rehearsals. Witnessing both actors perform, each with different approaches and methods, pursuing a common emotional aim, gives a touching layer to this beautiful story. Sing Sing promotes this interpretation through its many scenes of self-reflecting acting exercises, which allow each participant to tap into their most deeply buried emotions. The RTA's main purpose isn't just playtime, but rehabilitation of a kind entirely separate from the brutality of prisons, where penal lockup and invasive searches don't do the characters much good. Their artistic expression affords them the chance to get in touch with their emotions in ways even those in the outside world might not even have a clue about. The film, in this regard, reminds me a bit about the insightful 2017 film The Work, a brilliant and impactful prison documentary whose group therapy sessions are remarkably similar to the emotional recall exercises of the Russian theatrical Konstantin Stanislavski, whose acting system was a predecessor to Lee Strasberg's modern method acting. The more the characters in the Sing Sing rehearse, the closer they get not just to their instant physical goal of putting on a great comedic act, but to the spiritual goal of finding their true selves, the most authentic versions of themselves. Sing Sing avoids the question of what crime these men committed that got them behind bars, which only comes up for specific reasons concerning Whitfield and Maclin. Otherwise, we get to know each man in the film through their jokes, their rehearsal methods, their traits, and their deepest fantasies and fears when it comes to life outside the prison's walls, as displayed through several thoughtful acting exercises. We get to know them as individuals first and foremost, and then as artists rather than criminals inside a prison. The cinematography by Pat Scola gets the spotlight, how it has given this beautiful drama film that emotional appeal to the point that one can go speechless while watching this film. The music composed by Bryce Dessner also deserves equal recognition, as the music is the icing on the cake. The film was well received, as it got 97% on Rotten Tomatoes and a score of 82 out of 100 on Metacritic, which is enough reason for you to go watch this brilliant film, which is also said to be Oscar-tipped, because despite the movie's documentary-like feel and its different approach, the film itself is entertaining and truly captivating story. And that's it, folks. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel to watch the latest and exclusive movie reviews. If you have any requests, thoughts, or recommendations for movie reviews, just drop them below in the comment section, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.